Good afternoon, everybody. I'm from Antifa Public Watch. I've been exposing far-left extremist violence since 2017. Now let's talk about how Antifa was formed. I've got loads written down here. So let's go. Right. In the early 1920s to the early 1930s, saw rising tensions, mainly between three German political parties. These were the Communist Party, the KPD on one side, and the National Socialist Party on another, and a coalition of governing parties, mainly Social Democrats and Liberals. On the other side, Berlin in particular was the site of regular and often very violent clashes between the Communist and the Nationalist Socialist Party supporters. When the National Socialists were in power in 1932, leaders of the Communist Party formed a group which we all now know today as Anti-Fascist Action. This group was formed to intimidate and fight with supporters of the National Socialist Party. They targeted, attacked, demonised and shamed those who supported Hitler's ideas in power. Antifa today is an organisation who target those who do not support communism. That's what they're doing today. These over here. You've got the Socialist Workers' Party, and then you've got workers' unions, and they all play an important role in funding. The far-left hate groups like Stand Up to Racism. They say that they don't create violence and they don't cause murder. Well, in 2019, a German far-left extremist Antifa thug broke into an apartment of a real estate agent employee and viciously beat her in an ongoing war against a luxury apartment development in Luxgreen. Do you want to hold it? I can't. I need to. In the USA in 2020, a far-left extremist was jailed for attacking. Thank you. In 2020 in the USA, a far-left extremist... Now we're getting fucking things flying all over. Sorry about this, guys. They're in over. Yeah, they're in over. A far-left extremist was jailed for attacking a US Marshal with a sledgehammer. Jacob Gaines in Portland is an Antifa member for Solcal Antifa. He was jailed for 46 months for attacking US Marshals with a 4-pound sledgehammer. After attempting... This is a chaos, this, isn't it? I apologise. He was jailed for 46 months for attacking a marshal with 4-pound sledgehammer after attempting to break into a federal courthouse during the BLM riots in 2020. In 2024, Germany, 4 far-left extremists were jailed for a string of attacks with hammers. Extremist Lena E., they've called her, aged 28, and 3 others were jailed for attacking 13 people. Shocking footage showing a group chase and brutally attack an individual from behind that they deemed a Nazi. A 28-year-old female German student and 3 other accomplices were found guilty of carrying out this string of attacks, and in one of the most high-profile trials of a group of militant leftists since the days of the Baader Meinhof group. An attack in January 2024 in USA, Rose City Antifa claimed responsibility for the domestic terror attack on a Democrat candidate. Far-left extremists, Rose City Antifa, based in Portland, Oregon, have claimed responsibility for the arson attack outside the home of a Portland mayoral Democrat candidate, Reen Gonzalez. An attack in England, July 2023, Gary Stephen Shackford of Loughton, Essex. He attacked an 18-year-old campaigner from TPUK at a Marxist festival in 2023. He's linked with far-left extremist Paul Sillett, who leads Unite Against Fascism, which is a violent extremist Antifa organisation affiliated with Stand Up to Racism over there, North London Antifa, who is led by violent Tom Carroll, who was also convicted for an attack of an 84-year-old pensioner on the way home from a protest. Next one. Yeah. BBC headlined another domestic terror attack. Dutch free killer of anti-Islam politician Pim Fortuyn. This was after an Antifa extremist, Volker van der Graaf, assassinated an anti-Islam politician, Pim Fortuyn, in 2002. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison after shooting Mr. Fortuyn in the head. The murder stunned Dutch society, which was only days before the elections. Big gains had been expected for Fortuyn's party. Bristol, Antifa. Far-left extremist jailed for 14 years for setting fire to a police van while the officers was inside. He then surrounded the van with bins. Roberts also smashed the windows of a police mobile station and encouraged a crowd to help roll it over before setting the light to the cab while hundreds of people watched closely. He was also filmed throwing cans, bottles and placards at officers attending the disorder in Bristol. Ryan Roberts was jailed for 14 years.
See you later.
So these are all quick ones. Right, I'm going to just read them all, yeah? Right, so in the last 6 months, I've been using facial recognition and I've been going through individuals that have caused attacks looking suspicious at protests. So I'm going to go through some exposes. Some faces and names are people in very high places. We've got that one. So the first one we've got, Merseyside Antifa extremist escapes arrest after being advised by an on-duty solicitor. A solicitor who specialises in prisoners' rights. His name is Simon Puck from Robert Lizar Solicitors. Puck has been heavily involved in defending persons facing criminal charges at the anti-fracking and Antifa demonstrations across the country. So what it is they've got their own duty solicitor at a protest to ensure that they don't get arrested. In Liverpool, there was Nick Tenconi. He'd gone to Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, or was it last month? We got many individuals from there. Unite the Union General Secretary's husband was spotted with far-left extremist Antifa. Gary Graham is the husband to Sharon Graham. He was spotted alongside Sean Quinn, where there were all masked far-left extremists who later on attacked supporters of the UKIP party. Unite Workers Union regional officer was also there, and he was co-organising the Antifa protest outside a migrant hotel in Merseyside. He was directing other reps from the Unite to encourage vile chanting at innocent members of the public. He was seen on many occasions standing directly behind fully masked Antifa folks whilst they accosted and intimidated every passerby that came in their direction, which included elderly women and young children.
Yeah.
Footage emerged.
Fucking groomers as well. They get away with murder.
They do, yes.
Fucking right they do. Your parents can't go out at night because you don't know they're going to bump into you.
Now we've got here a convicted ex-Unite Union rep. She's now leading an extremist Antifa group in Merseyside. Her name is Michelle Smith. She was jailed back in 2016 after she threw a rock at a protester in Dover. Smith travelled from her home in Liverpool to join a far-left protest against members of the public voicing their concerns about the overflow of small boats entering in the UK. Smith was on an annual salary of £37,000 a year, whilst being an official with Unite, the union. She was caught on camera throwing rocks at protesters on at least 4 occasions. Smith was jailed for just 1 year.
Shut up! Hey!
That's what we say. You actually got for the backstage.
In Liverpool last month, when Tenconi was there, Nick Tenconi from UKIP, She was seen leading the Merseyside Antifa group. Although she was masked up, we still was able to identify her. Smith aggressively responded to a member of the public with a small child. Why don't you mind your own business? You wanna? Get this one. Right, alright. Let me just see where it rumbles then.
You come across here, the door, you get top money.
I'm gonna go through France. Yeah, I'm gonna go through France. Right, so during the election, when Nigel Farage got Clapton, the left played some dirty tactics. On BBC Question Time, they was asking certain members of the audience questions which painted Nigel Farage in a bad light. Well, certain individuals that I checked on the facial recognition, one is Nick Day from the BBC Radio 1 Bath. Another one is Saskia Lynn. She's part of the BBC. Channel 4 did an expose on Nigel Farage. We found out that he was an actor. You know the guy that said, shoot all the immigrants? That's what we should do. It was supposed to be a campaigner for reform. Well, it wasn't. It was an actor. Andrew Parker. It was on Alby City. Labour Party, they had some counters for Rochdale, and you had independent candidate Billy Howarth that was standing in. Now he spotted 100 of his tickets being stolen and put into the other box.
More people died in Dunkirk Beach.
Well, we did a facial recognition on that woman, and she's an activist for the socialist alternative.
The lobby's spinning now.
So anyway, I've got to wrap up because we haven't got long. So this is my end speech. It's the left who are obsessed with skin colour and race, and they're relentlessly gaslighting minorities. It's the left who risk everything to shut down their opposition's views. It's the left who riot. It's the left who are violent. It's the left who celebrate death of others, man, woman or child.
Yes.
It's the left who assassinate those they disagree with, including judges, mayors and world leaders.
Yeah, especially them.
It's the left who facilitate and cover up crimes against children.
Yes.
It's the left who interfere with elections and attack their political opponents' voters. The left are the real threat to the West. The left is communism. Communism has facilitated everything, and I mean everything that's gone wrong in this country. Let's fight communism together. And one other thing. Well, I have a piece of paper somewhere where the Metropolitan Police put a statement out because Stand Up to Racism tried to prevent a coach from leaving Rwanda to go to Rwanda, deportees. They prevented that coach from leaving.
If I speak my mind, I'll
4 people was arrested that day for verbally racially aggravated disorder they was arrested for. 4 members of Stand Up to Racism. So they're calling us racist, they're calling us violent. Even on Wednesday, ICE, the immigration camp in America, on Wednesday was attacked by an extremist, firing shots from a building at the immigration officers. He missed the immigration officers. He killed 2 immigrants. So they portray to be saving immigrants, but they're killing them. So we'll wrap it up there. Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you everything.
And if you would have seen everything, would have still been here next week. Right, thanks very much, Lee. Right, again, this is just 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm just here to address the young lady over there. I am a rape victim myself from a white man, and I understand the pain and I understand the trauma, but that doesn't give that young lady the right to come up here and call only you lovely people wrong. It's not your fault that victims like me and victims like her have been raped by a white man, and our organisation has always said, regardless of colour, any rape from any man goes punished. We are nothing, we're not divided in that way. So I just want to apologise to all you beautiful people for their outburst. It was uncalled for. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks, right, last speaker. We've got a gentleman here. He's come all the way from Glasgow. And he wants to tell us a story about what happened to his daughter.
Our beautiful blonde-haired daughter.
Ignore them.
You walk along with the minutes, yeah, but you're not. Has been sexually assaulted not once but twice. You're definitely by foreigners. Okay. It's no coincidence. I've been this since Rotherham in 2013 before it. Right?